Donald Trump has done a lot of big things. He's been a real estate boss, started businesses, been on TV, and owned beauty pageants. He's also been a dad and a grandpa. Now, and he was president once upon a time too, number 45 to be exact. But what does a day look like in the life of Donald Trump? Donnie Boy has had a very interesting life since he became an adult. He's always been famous, and that's because he's been in the public eye a lot since he finished college. His dad was already successful in real estate in New York, so Trump grew up with a lot of money. With some help in the form of a small business loan of $1 million from his dad, as well as his own business skills, Trump started making a lot of money in construction. Now, whether you like him or you hate him, you still got to agree that the guy had a busy life. Even though he works hard, he doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. So how exactly does he manage to handle everything? Mornings. He usually wakes up before 6 a.m. and spends the first 5 hours of his morning in what's called executive time. During this time, he watches or reads the news, makes phone calls, and talks to members of Congress, friends, administration officials, and informal advisors. He's also known for tweeting a lot, with about half of his tweets sent before 11 a.m. Wake up and do the hair. His morning routine is a symbolic process that sets the tone for his day. In a 2004 interview with Playboy, he explained that he begins by taking a shower and washing his hair. While doing this, he reads newspapers and watches the news on TV, allowing his hair to dry naturally over about an hour. He says that he doesn't use a blow dryer. After his hair is dry, he combs it to his liking, even though others might not agree, and then sprays it to keep it in place for the day. Interestingly, he typically skips breakfast, but if he does eat in the morning, he often chooses bacon and eggs. However, it's not entirely clear what he does immediately upon waking up. When he was the president, his official workday started at around 11 a.m., and he might have an intelligence briefing or a 30-minute meeting with his chief of staff. Lunch was typically around 12:45 p.m., followed by several meetings, media engagements, preparing speeches, and even more executive time. Afternoons. When he was president, he typically left his residence in the White House and went to the West Wing by 11 a.m., officially starting his day. Reports suggested that he often skipped his daily intelligence briefings, formerly known as the President's Daily Brief, preferring oral briefings instead. Trump's daily schedule varied during his presidency, but there was always an unspecified block of time labeled executive time, lasting up to 2 hours and 45 minutes. During this time, he didn't hold official meetings or make official appearances. This aspect of his schedule drew criticism, especially when it was reported that he had a block of executive time spanning 9 hours on at least one occasion. John Kelly, Trump's chief of staff at the time, reportedly implemented the executive time after Trump complained that he didn't have enough time to think during the day. Today, Trump may be involved in some numerous phone calls and business meetings. He mentioned that he typically handles between 50 to 100 phone calls and attends around 10 to 15 business meetings per day. These meetings are usually brief, lasting no longer than 15 minutes, and sometimes they aren't planned in advance. Trump described his approach as playing it loose, without carrying a briefcase and avoiding scheduling too many meetings. He prefers to keep his door open and embrace spontaneity, believing that too much structure can stifle creativity and entrepreneurship. First meal of the day. According to Trump, long lunches last only about 15 minutes and typically take place in the Trump Grill, located in the basement of the same building. The menu features all-American cuisine, including steak, cheeseburgers, fries, and ice cream. Trump's favorites are appropriately named the Trump Burger and Trump Ice Cream. The menu doesn't offer very many healthy options. After washing down the meal with a couple of Diet Cokes, Trump returns to work. If meetings run through lunchtime, he'll order sandwiches from nearby places like Carnegie Deli or opt for some pizza. In a 2015 interview with Bloomberg, Trump explained his love for indulgent foods like steak, hamburger, pasta, French fries, bacon, and eggs, despite knowing they aren't the healthiest choices. He mentioned that dietary guidelines often change and that he eats what he likes. Despite his indulgent diet, Trump has never smoked a cigarette or consumed alcohol. Evenings. After finishing his day's work, Trump would typically have dinner around 6:30 p.m. at the White House, often with guests of his own choosing. Among those invited were celebrities like Kid Rock, Matt Drudge, and Sean Hannity. While he generally preferred dining in, on occasion when he left the White House, he often chose the steakhouse at the Trump Hotel. Regardless of the location, some of Trump's favorite meals included meatloaf, steak, and Diet Coke. For dessert, he enjoyed a slice of pie topped with 2 scoops of ice cream. During his presidency, Trump's bedtime was not publicly disclosed. However, similar to Margaret Thatcher, it's been reported that he only needed a few hours of sleep each day. Trump claimed that getting by on a few hours of sleep each night was a successful strategy. Little to no sleep. In his book, The America We Deserve, Trump recalls returning home from a formal dinner event and opting for potato chips and pretzels as his real dinner. He enjoys munching on these snacks while reading books or magazines in bed. 2 of his favorite writers are Socrates and Carl Jung. Trump's claim of sleeping only 3 to 5 hours a day has garnered significant attention. Scientists have debated the likelihood of this claim and whether it may contribute to his occasionally peculiar behavior. Some reports suggest that Trump's history of insomnia or lack of sleep may have been related to the use of amphetamine-derived diet pills at one point in his life. The mystery of Trump. Despite his emphasis on winning and perseverance, it's intriguing to discover that Trump's true passion after college was actually filmmaking. However, after experiencing a setback with his first and only play, Paris Is Out, which was considered a flop, resulting in a $70,000 loss, he quickly returned to his family's business in the boroughs, learning the ropes of the real estate trade under his father's guidance. It could be argued that Trump's relentless pursuit of the spotlight led him to imprint his name on a wide array of products and ventures, from buildings to neckties to bottled water. This drive for attention may have also influenced his decision to seek political office, ensuring his continuous presence in the mainstream media spotlight. As Matthew Dowd, an ABC News analyst, suggests, we currently find ourselves in an era where reality TV, celebrity culture, and hard news often overlap. Trump's candidacy epitomizes this convergence, as he emerges as the most reality TV-oriented candidate in a time when reality TV dominates American culture. Well, love him or hate him, take him or leave him, the guy's definitely had an impact on a lot of things. So, what are your thoughts on all of this? Make sure you let us know in the comments section below. And you want some more interesting facts? Then don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. See you next time, everybody.